Hello my friends, how's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel and my craft room. I'm Sheree and I'm here today working on some ephemera. So I just wanted to finish that, and I want to show you the other day I did a video where I was making ephemera from a book, a little golden book, one of the little, the first little golden book, so it has the smaller pages. And we went through and we made some tags and journal cards and things. So I wanted to show you what I did with those after that video. I just looked into my scrap fabric drawer and pulled out a few little scraps and made little clusters. And so what I did was cut some of them up. I already had cut some of them up, like here's some here. I had already cut them up like this with my pinky shears into little pieces. So they were sitting there waiting for me to do something with them in that drawer, and I pulled a few of these out. And then I cut them up, some of them up, and most of them up that I had pulled out like that, even more. So see, here's a little piece I cut off there. There's one maybe I cut in half, and here's a little piece in the back. So what I did was layer them on each little ephemera piece in a way that I liked, and I put a little bit of glue. I used art glitter glue to hold them in place, and before I was because I was gonna sew, and I could have maybe done it without the glue, but I just wanted to make sure they were gonna stay put and stay where I, had put them. So I did that to the ones that we did, in that video, and then I sewed around. Now this one was one that I didn't want to cover up in this pretty like little vine down here. So I just did a straight stitch around on this side, and over here I felt like I had a little bit more room. So, and I wanted to do zigzag stitching over the fabric too, especially. So this one is a mixture. So I'm just going to go through them real quick, kind of do a little flip through of how they turned out. These were on, I had glued during that video if you didn't see it. It's I had glued cut out the pages, the certain pages of, I picked which side I wanted, cut it out, and put it down, glued it down onto file folders. So this is manila file folder, so they're sturdy and they can be written on the back. So let me just show you. I'll do a little flip through. Most of them are zigzag stitched all the way around, and I really kind of just picked out the little fabrics randomly, but I like how it all came together. And I kind of tried to pick a spot where I didn't mind covering up a little bit, too much. Like, I think during the video I said I didn't know if I was going to be able to put anything on here because I don't know, it's like the picture and the words take up the whole thing, and I didn't really want to cover anything up. So that's why one reason I cut them up so small is I didn't want to cover up anything, but I wanted to add a little fabric to these little cutie pies. And I think they're so adorable. So, if you have never done this before, you can do it with any, you don't have to use a little golden book, just pick out a book that you have with little pictures that you like and make some ephemera. Here's just two little pieces up there. This didn't have a lot of room. I didn't like this is when I really didn't want to cover up anything, so I just put two little pieces right there, and I think they really turned out cute. I really love them. There's a lot here that I got from that book. It seems like a lot to me anyway. There's two little pieces there. So cute. So I went ahead, I had some more during that video that I didn't get to. I felt like the video was getting too long, so I ended it, and these are the ones that I hadn't glued onto manila folder yet. So I had another file folder here, one that I got a long time ago on clearance at Walmart. It's crazy how long I've had them here in my craft room. Here's a piece of one, and the other one was like half of one, a blue one like this, but it was pretty blue. And see how it's on one side of this file folder it was solid on this side, and the other side has lines. Anyway, it didn't matter which one I used, but I just happened to use the solid piece on this one. And then I had a blue one where I did the same thing. So I glued onto this part here, this little pattern part, and that's how I did all of these. And I still have to sew around these. Here, oh, did I show you this one? Isn't that adorable? here's a piece of the file folder that was left. I used the whole thing, and this is one piece I have left. Isn't that pretty? Pretty blue. So I add a little piece of lace. I'm going to show you where I got this lace in just a second because we're going to use some more of it in a minute. But here's the rest that I didn't get to glue down during that video. Even this little house was like a scrap, and I said during that video, isn't that cute? I'm going to keep that and do something with it. So that's where I'm at with that one. But here's the rest, and here's the blue from that folder, file folder. Here's the green. It's green on the back. There's some blue on the back. So nice solid color that can be written on. And besides that, it's really pretty. So here's the rest of them. I even, see they're all different sizes. And here's the biggest one where I just love this page with, you know, this nursery rhyme, Hey Diddle Diddle, and the cow jumping over the moon, and the plate and the spoon and all that, and the cat with the fiddle. And a little dog down here laughing. Dog laughed to see such sport. There he is. And this one's on the green. So I even glued that one on, decided to make that into a large journaling card. This one has two little mouse. This is Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. If I could get the whole nursery rhyme on there. Some of them have partial, but if I could get the whole thing on there, and you know, it went with the tag and everything, I did, which didn't happen too often, but I did get these pieces with these pictures. So I thought I would show you what I'm doing here. Just an example of how I'm just, you know, picking a spot and gluing on. So I don't know how much time we'll spend here on this, but just for this one has lots of room at the top, really. There's a big, I mean, it's not big, but really it's plenty of room to add something. So I kind of, let's see, here's my little pieces. And like I said, they're just random pieces that I pulled out. So I was just doing this, you know, gluing them down, put the biggest one on the bottom, put a little piece here. I don't want to cover up that cat. Oh, that's his, I keep thinking that's a cat, but that is his jacket back there. Anyway, let's put this down here, just wherever it fits. And then we'll put a little piece of blue. Just a little, all it takes is a little bit of glue to, you know, hold these together. Then I would let them sit and dry on my, you know, I do a few so that I do, like, the first one could dry, I do a couple more, and then I go and sew, because by the time I get done with like 2 more, this one would be dry enough to sew. So anyway, here's, let's do a little red piece. Well, here's a smaller piece here, but this is even too big, so then I would just take my pinking shears and cut this down into a smaller piece. And then I'll have some pieces for the next time I need a smaller piece. But see, I didn't even cut it even or anything. It's not like you're trying to get it perfect or anything. And you saw how cute all those ones were that I just showed you. And there you go. You have your little cluster. And of course you can make these ahead of time. I just, and I have some made, but I wanted to make sure they were the right size. I didn't want them to be too big, and I wanted to make kind of like a customized size for each one, you know, if I need a little teeny one or a bigger one. So that's why I kind of just did them like this, kind of just while I'm working on them, instead of having these, using some clusters that I already have done. So let's see. That one we put the yellow on the back. Let's do one with the blue. This one has a pretty good space up here. So just a little glue. Put that down. See, it's just enough to hold it on there, really. I'm not really trying to glue it down, because I'm going to sew it. But let's use this little yellow piece here up, and then another little red piece that we just cut. So we'll put these next to each other. And so we'll put a little glue there. I got glue on my fingers a little bit too. So everything's, it's dry glue, but it's still making things stick to my finger. Okay, so there we go. That one. And you know, this one. And by the time you sew on it, it just looks so cute. I mean, it looks cute now. You don't have to sew on these. if you want to just do it like this, because this is glued on with our glitter glue, so it's nice and solidly glued on there. I don't have to sew on there to keep it together, and I don't have to sew on here to keep it together. I would put a little bit more glue under there, make sure, or you could staple it too, you know, whatever you like or whatever you want to do, and you can add another little button or something. So I just wanted to sew through them, so that's what I was doing. So that's how I'm going to finish these off. And none of these are, like, I'm not punching holes in them, any of them, and adding up, you know, anything at the top. It's all going to have, this is going to be my little decoration on all of these. And then what else am I working on? So let me put these together, because these are going to be, that took quite a bit of time this morning. Something like this, you know, it takes more time than you think, although I think it's worth it, and the outcome is, the results are very, you know, fun and worth the process. So these are some tags I showed you. I don't know what video I showed you these in, but some tags I had made from scraps. This is scraps from, I believe, from the journal I'm working on now. I'll show you that again as a reminder. And these are from another file folder I used in the Dollar Tree journal, and I don't know if I've used any in here yet, but I'm working on this Peter Rabbit journal. So some of these things, I have a lot of ephemera. I didn't mean for it to be this much, but I'm ending up with a lot of ephemera here, so it all probably won't fit in here, but some of it is going to go in here. I've got my pages ready to bind. I just haven't bound them yet, so I just started working on this ephemera, and now I need to kind of finish it up. So I don't want to just put it to the side and then have a, you know, big mess in my craft room. So let me show you this lace I used on that one that I said I would show you the lace. Here's what it looks like. It's pretty kind of vintagey. It's vintage lace for sure. And I got it from a thrift store. And I've shown you this before, but in case you're new to my channel, you haven't seen it. I got this big bolt at a thrift store here in my town. I walked in there one day and this was sitting there for $2.99. I was like, wow. I mean, look at, can you see? This will last me forever. And I don't know, I kind of meant to put some in my shop, but I never did. So I still might do that at some point. I just have to, you know, think about how I want to do that. So anyway, at the moment, I'm trying to use a little bit of it. So let's see, I just pulled that piece off. So these are colorful pieces, you know, and I thought this lace, since I haven't used it in a while, and I need to, I thought I would use some of this. And I used my slot punch on these, so this is real easy to get through here. So let's try this on a few of these, and we can see how these are going to look with this usual standard kind of little, like a slip knot type of topper here. Oh, I just ripped right through it. Did you see that? Well, okay, I have to be more careful. We can fix this though. Let me cut it off and make it a little smaller. And I'll have to be a little more careful, won't I? I don't know my own strength, do I? No, it's cardstock, so I didn't think it would rip that easy, but it did. Look at that. Wow. Okay, so again, I will, let me see. We're going to fix this one, just so you can see that these things can be fixed. It's not trash. And get my slot punch here. Okay, let me grab my slot punch, just 1 second. I have it in a drawer right beside me, in a desk right beside me here. So let's do that. Get this little guy fixed up. There we go. And then we'll try this again. So you can do this, you know, your topper in different ways. You can do what I'm doing right at this moment, or you can tie a little bow, or you can staple it on. You can do like a double little, maybe we'll do a double one on the next one. I'll show you what I'm talking about with the double. We'll do one of each. How about that? All right, Sheree. Take it easy. Don't use all your muscles. Don't use all your muscles. There we go. I did it. And doesn't that look cute? See, the pattern is, you know, a lot. So I wanted something, even though this has a pattern in it, it looks super cute with the whitish it's not like stark white. Maybe it looks like it in the camera, but this lace is not like stark white. It's almost like a off-white or a country white or a, what else do they call, linen maybe? Kind of an off-white. Okay, so let's do the other, couple of the other little examples of what you can do. Let's do one with a bow. When you do a bow, you got to make sure you have enough to tie the bow. So for this one, we'll do it on here and tie a bow. So I hope everyone's having a good day and a good week. I am having a nice week. I had a good week at work, and the weather, I just have to say, shout out for the weather this week. It got warm and it's been so nice. I had a couple of days. One day was, I think the highest was, I'm not going to say either, I think it was 78 one day. I was pleasantly surprised that day. And then the other days were, there was a 70 and a 68 or 69. Today's supposed to get up to, look at that, isn't that cute? And you can write on the back. So adorable. It's a big bow for that little, you can tie a smaller bow if you want, but I think it looks adorable, so I'm going to leave it. But yeah, so since it was so nice, I walked on 2 of my lunch breaks today, this week. So that was nice. I, brought my sneakers. I'm trying to think, the 2 days that I walked, I didn't wear my sneakers. I had flat shoes on, but I didn't want to, wear those out, so I brought my sneakers. Let's do one with a double bow here. So yeah, that was, it just, when you exercise a little bit like that, it makes you feel like you did something and something good for yourself. So it's good for you. And another, when the yellow pollen comes out in the spring, I can't go outside. I can't walk outside. It's just, I can't be outside for long. I can, walk from my house to my car. And if I'm outside for any length of time, I have to bring lots of tissues with me and be prepared to blow my nose and take allergy medicine because, let's see, let's use this for another one that's not long enough. Because my eyes are going to get all itchy and swollen, so, and red. So I have to be prepared if I'm going to spend any time outside. But right now, the yellow pollen's not out yet, so it's a good time for me to walk. So, and it's not too hot, it's not too cold. I don't get hot that easy, so I like to walk even though it's little, maybe 70, over 70 might, some people might get a little hot, but I don't get hot that easy. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I'm from Florida and I'm used to, I used to get really hot and work outside in the yard and stuff, and it didn't bother me. But, it is what it is, and so I enjoyed walking this week a lot, and I hope I get to do it some more. Because, my job is sitting at a desk all day, and I've been trying another new thing at work. My office is on the 2nd floor right now. We were on the 3rd floor, and we moved into a new office on the 2nd floor. So I've been trying to do a new thing. When I go to the ladies' room, I go to the ladies' room on the 1st floor, right? So I have to walk up and down the stairs when I do that, and it's like we're walking up one flight, just from the 1st floor to the 2nd floor. That's like nothing really, you know what I mean? It's not like walking up to the 3rd floor is a whole another ball game, but walking up to the 1st floor isn't anything. So I get the extra steps and a little up and down there too. So even though if I can't walk outside that day, like it's raining or whatever, I can. Isn't that cute? That's what I was talking about, a little double kind of, you got the topper and I tied a bow around it. So that's cute too. So we did just the bow, this part here that can hang, and then the bow, and then just the little So there's 3 ways to do that. Anyway, trying to get more exercise, I guess, is my point. Especially since it's nice weather now. You know, you're not, before I don't like to go out in the cold, so I was always, you know, not, you know, when it's cold, I just stay, I kind of hibernate inside. Like, I'm glad to stay inside, and I go, that's when I craft on my lunch break, and I'm like, yeah, I think I'll just stay in here. I think I'll make this one into a loop. I'm trying to see what length it is. So, let's do this one. And yeah, so that's my new spring exercise program for myself. And trying to, let's see if we can keep that up, except when the yellow pollen goes away, I'll be able to go outside again. But then I'll just have to run up and down the stairs. I guess I could exercise inside. I was thinking about, because the building is pretty wide that my office is in, and there's a flight of stairs on each side, so I could go down one flight of stairs, walk across the building all the way to the other side, and go up, and then do that in circles. And depending on how many floors I want to go up and down, I could get exercise inside. I haven't tried that yet, but I could do that when I can't go outside. So I was thinking about that. Maybe, usually it's in April around here when the yellow pollen comes out. Let's do this one. This is one that I made, I traced a tag that I got on the wood beads from Dollar Tree. It was the shape of a tag, packaging, type thing. And the beads hang through here. And then they hang this on the shelf. I traced it and made my own little tag here with it. And so I just, let's do one little lace here. Anyway, ideas for exercising if you're trying to figure out how to get some exercise. You get crafting ideas from me today and exercise ideas. So, yeah, all in one show here. Okay, so this one can be, I do kind of like this as a kind of secret or hidden journaling space where you can do your little private, journaling inside this tag, and then discourage anyone from reading it by putting this little tie on here. You can make a loop like I just showed you, or the slip knot type thing, or do something like this. This would be really cute with a bow on it, I think. I don't know if I've done a bow on one of these yet. So there you go. So after you've written in there, you could just tie it up and put it away, put it in a pocket or whatever, and there you have a private journaling spot. Okay, so that's what I'm doing with the rest. These I cut in half too. It's this one cut in half. I wanted to try that too. So I don't know which one I like better. And so here's the rest of the file folder pieces that I'll be using like that. And you saw what I'm doing with these. So I'll finish those up like these. And then I have other pieces here. So I have these 2 pieces that are from cardstock that we used in that journal that I just showed you. And I have these too. I think these I might make into, these can be tags. These are, see the picture is a cross, so these might be best as little kind of pockets. I guess, see, I kind of like keeping the bunnies upright. So I would punch a little thumb punch here and use these as pockets maybe in this journal. We'll see if there's room for it. So I'm going to put those to the side. You guys don't need me to show how to do a thumb punch. I think I just use my circle punch, and punch a little piece of it out there so you have a thumb hole. So it looks pretty and things are easier to get in and out. These can be tags. And so let's go ahead and make a little tag out of these. This is double-sided scrapbook paper that I used in the journal as some pages. The bunny one I just showed you. So yeah, these can be little. So yeah, I'm just trying to get all of this done so I can move on with getting the pages in the journal and, you know, doing whatever decorating and things. Oh, those are cute. I think I will use, since I have my thumb, not my thumb, my slot punch. I'll go ahead and use that on here. Most of the time I forget about this and use my hole punch, but since I have it out, why not? Okay, and we can use some of that lace. As again, this could be written on the back here. You can easily write on that, I think, and be able to see it and everything. So a little bit of lace on here. And let's see, let's do them like, you know, get them nice and long, or long enough just to make this slip knot type little loop. So I think these will look pretty on here. All right, don't pull too hard, Sheree. I can't believe that first one just ripped right through. Okay, there we go. That is pretty. Okay, put that one to the side. Let's go ahead and finish this one. And so for these two little pieces here, I could put them in just like that, but you know, I like to make little booklets sometimes. So I thought I would like to make some little booklets out of these. And I don't have any scraps that will fit in there right now. I want to use papery paper, not cardstock inside of these little pieces. So I pulled out some paper. There we go. There's that one. Pretty, right? Okay, so I pulled out some blue and yellow paper here, and just some pretty paper. So let's go ahead and start making pages here for these. So I think I will cut some, I think these are about 4 inches. I'm going to just measure it like this with a little pinch to make sure I get them right, and it's not really necessary to use a ruler, I don't think. So there's my little pinch. I'm going to cut right there, and then I'll have a template for the rest of them. And these were just cut off, so that's why they are the size they are, these little cardstock booklets covers. And then I'm going to put a piece of ephemera on the front. So let me see if we got that right. Yeah, that is good. And so the next piece will be right here. And I really thought this would be enough for both of them, so we'll see if I need more paper. If I thought I would have needed more, I would have pulled out more, but guess what? I didn't think I would need more. Okay. It's a little piece of trash. Okay, so these are the ones that I can go ahead and fold, and I'm going to need to trim these too, because they're going to be too wide. So let's see. Yeah, I'm just going to have this much extra on here. I don't think my cutter will go through that much at one time, so let me make a little mark here. Let's see, I think I brought a pencil over here. Of course, I can't find it right now. Let's see. Where are you? Yeah, it's a little one. So it got buried down in my little box there. Okay, so I'm going to tuck that in there. And let's put it right about there. Okay, and the same over here on the other side. Let's see, so about right there. Okay. If I try to cut that all at one time and it doesn't work, then I'll just make a big mess out of the edge, you know. So I'd rather be safe and just cut one side at a time. Nice, neat, straight edge. So this is the weekend, and my future daughter-in-law's bridal shower is this afternoon. So after this, I have to go and get ready. And I just got a phone call from from her mom. We're friends, and she was calling to warn me that they decided a couple days ago on a spur of the moment little something extra for the bridal shower. I don't know how this happened, but tell me if you ever been to a bridal shower with a blow up slide. It's not for kids, it's for the ladies. And it's already been like going around that everybody's wearing a dress. So I bought a dress, a new dress to wear. And then I get this phone call that there's going to be a blow-up slide for the ladies. So I'm like, oh, how fun. But she said that I'm going to just leave it like that with 2 pages. That's cute. Okay. You don't want too much in there. I like the corner. I'm rounding the corners because the corners on the cover are rounded, but that would fit in there without the corners being rounded. So, and then how am I going to put these in here? I don't know. Let's see. I haven't decided actually. I think I should sew them in. What do you think? Yeah, I think I should sew them in with some baker's twine. How about that? Let me grab my baker's twine, and I'm going to pause for a second and get that together, and I'll be right back. Okay, I got everything together. Let's get these little pages in here. Let's see, do I need a paper clip? I happen to have I want to decorate these paper clips too. I forgot. I want to put some of that lace on here, on these 2 paper clips, but I'll use them for binding this journal. Not journal, I guess it's a little journal. Little booklet. So we're going to do a quick 3 pamphlet stitch here. So I'm just going to poke some holes. Anyway, back to the slide. Yeah, besides all the bridal shower stuff, which I don't know what else she has planned, but I'm sure there's going to be like finger foods and cake, and I don't know if there's probably going to be some games, and you know how it is. I haven't been to a bridal shower in years, but and there's going to be this slide outside in their yard, probably the front yard even. I don't know. I haven't been to this house before, but it's where her sister lives actually. So yeah, I didn't even measure that. I'm just like talking and cutting. That is not long enough. Let me get the right size here. So we're going to do it like our usual 3 lengths. And so yeah, and if you're asking, are you going to go on the slide chair? Yes, I am. Absolutely. I'm going on that slide. I don't know how many times, but I am going on that slide. Yes, I am. Well, what about my dress? Well, what about my dress, you say? I am going to bring some shorts. I'm going to bring a change of short, like shorts and a shirt, but I might bring some shorts that I can just slip up under my dress and just go on down the slide with my dress, and whatever shows, it'll just be my shorts, hopefully. I mean, it's just going to be ladies, right? So, anyway, I think it'll be fun, and there will be lots of laughter. And it will be good memories, I'm sure. So, anyway, I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so let's get this bound. So I think I want my the ending to be on the outside. So for that, then you start on the outside, right? If you've never done it, probably most of you have that are watching this. But if you haven't done a 3 pamphlet stitch, if you want your end of your string or whatever to end up on the outside, then you start on the outside. I've got a little tail there, so I came in through that, going through the next hole. It can be the top or the bottom because this is kind of non-directional at this point. And then I'm going to go back through here. I think I'm doing this right. I might be doing it wrong. I don't know. We'll see. Oh yeah, I'm doing it right. Okay. And then I go through that hole, back to the outside. and then put my string through there, and you've got one string going that way, one going this way. You can at this point tie a knot and just leave the strings dangling, or you can tie a bow. So I think I'm going to tie a bow. And we'll do it on the other one too, just in case I was just talking and you didn't see what I was doing. We'll do it one more time. Cut the extra off here. There you go. Super cute. That's yellow and white baker's twine I put on there. So let's do the other one. So I'm going to get a piece of ephemera and put here a little decoration. And then, so let's do this one. So I get my papers where I want them. Put my paper clips on here to hold it in place. You can put more papers in here if you want. And then poke your holes. And you can see I'm not measuring, just eyeballing. Right in the little fold there. Get your string, whatever you're using. You could use embroidery floss, wax cord, and you saw that I used my little needle threader. This has a big eye on it, but it's quicker if I don't, and easier if I just go ahead and use this to thread my needle. Oh, is this the piece I didn't measure? Hold on. This is the piece I didn't measure. I forgot. Let's measure 3 lengths. 1. Do I want my bow to be a little bit bigger? Well, maybe. Let's make 4 lengths this time so I can have enough to make a bigger bow this time. Let's try it. And maybe you want to string some beads on the outside too, or something. Just put a little charm or something, you know. Okay, now thread our needle again. So me and my daughter-in-law, my other son is married, so me and her are going to ride together to the shower. So she's coming over here, and then we're going to go, and I'm going to drive. I've never been there before, so I'll be using Google Maps to this house. It's not in my town, it's in the next town over. Actually, I think it's like north of here, and it's a little town. And I've been there, but I don't really go there on a regular basis, so there's not much there, like my town. Not much here. But there's lots of little towns around here with stuff. And then we go to the big towns that are about 30 minutes away to go to work. And oh, am I doing this right? I went from the outside in this time. I'm talking too much, guys. Do you want me to? I need to be quiet and just do this. Okay, went from the out. I'm going to try to tell you what I'm doing this time in case you've never done this and you want to just learn how to do a 3 pamphlet stitch. So I went from the outside in to end up on the outside where I'm going to tie my bow. I need to leave, we left extra string, so I'm going to leave extra string here. So an extra long tail. That should be plenty. And then I'm going to say this is the top, so I'm going to go out through this one at the top, and then I'm holding onto my tail here so I don't pierce through the string, and going beside it and going back through the middle hole, and then pull that through. So you can do your journal the same way, you know, a bigger journal, this same stitch. It's very sturdy and it holds everything in place and it doesn't wobble or anything if you do it like this. So I came down after that. We came in through the middle, coming down, going through the bottom hole, out. And then at this point, you just take your string and put it through here, the string that you already have there. And then you have one going under, this one's going over. You know, it's a nice tight, kind of like first knot there. And then you tie a real knot here, and there you go. It's nice and sturdy. Just make sure everything's tight, you know, not too tight. You don't want to rip anything, but tight enough. And then you tie your bow, or knots, whatever you want to do here. So like I said, I wanted to tie a bigger bow. So there you go, a bigger bow. Still some extra, just about 1 inch extra here. Cut that off, and there you go, another little booklet. So now I can clean up. Well, I have to finish off the stuff I showed you, but now I can clean up. I kind of showed you everything I'm doing there, and I don't think I forgot anything. So I'm going to clean up, and then I'm going to work on the journal. But right now I have to get ready for the bridal shower. So I'll let you know how it go. I'll let you know how it goes, and I'll let you know how the sliding goes. Hope nobody gets hurt, right? I'm sure some people. I think there's going to be probably her grandma will probably be there. I'll let you know if her grandma goes on. I probably don't think she will. So, but I can see the rest of the ladies going, and her friends and stuff. Of course, are going to go on it. So, anyway, I'll let you know, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.